Good morning, everyone. My name is Danielle, and I am one of the instructors at Desert Haven TI program. Today, we are going to be talking about wasting, wastefulness, how not to be, and things that we are wasteful with. Let's see. Let's name some things that we are wasteful with. What do you guys think are some things that we're wasteful with that we could probably change a little bit that wouldn't really be noticeable or noticeable in our everyday life? What are some things that we waste that we should not, and that we can actually, make a difference, make a change in? Does anybody have anything that they are wasteful with? What are some things you think that you waste that you know of and that you are going to try and make a change in it? What are some things, some areas that you're wasteful in? Nobody, everybody is on point. You don't waste a thing. Not one thing. You don't waste anything. Oh, it's quiet on here. What is that? Crickets? Uh-huh. All right, Miss Michelle, what is something that you are wasteful in? What? Huh? Water. Now, how are you wasteful in water? You say water. What are some things that you are wasteful in? I mean, how do you waste water? When you say that, what do you do? Uh-huh. Okay. Uh-huh. So, okay. So Michelle says she is wasteful with water, whereas she doesn't get it. Just wash her hands and water goes down the drain. She wastes water on herself, which in turn gets on the floor. So she's wasting water. Water is a big wasted item. We waste water when we wash our hands because we're washing our hands a lot more. And we do take time when we're washing our hands. We leave the water running while we dry our hands and get a paper towel to turn the water off before we um, are done. We waste water bottles. We always don't drink all the water out of the water bottles. We end up pouring some down the sink. Um, at home, I don't buy water bottles anymore for the home because, especially kids, they waste, waste, waste. They do not drink water bottles, and then you have all these water bottles sitting around, and no one knows whose is whose. So they don't get empty. So you end up having to pour that water out, throw the bottles in the recyclable. We waste water when we shower. How many of us take way longer in the shower than we need to, right? Because you get in there and the water is just feeling good and luxurious, and we're just taking our time, taking our time. Meanwhile, that's gallons and gallons and gallons and gallons of water going down the drain. Folks, if you didn't know, now you know we are in a drought. We are needing to conserve water like never before because, as you notice, we didn't get a lot of rain this winter season. So we need water. A lot of our lakes and dams and stuff that we get our water from, a lot of our resources are very, very low. They're dry. Um, I saw, I should have gotten some of the photos, but a lot of lakes where we had them, they were up high and you could go fishing and stuff. A lot of that stuff is very dry. And I never thought that I would see where there was no water in them. You see a lot of the rock formation because all of the water is gone. So it's very important. Very important. Even watering your lawn at home. I know that they are imposing fines now for people watering their lawns too often. So be careful. You're going to have to make sure you water your lawn. If you have grass that you need to water, once every other day or just 2 to 3 times a week, watering your lawn. Some people, I have a neighbor that waters their lawn. No kidding. Their sprinklers are on when I leave in the morning. Their sprinklers come on at night, and they run for like 15 minutes. I'm like, that is way too long to have your sprinklers on. Your sprinkler only should be on, 3 to 5 minutes, um, just to water your grass, especially if you're doing it twice a day, every single day. I don't know how they're tracking the usage, but I know that that person is probably going to end up getting a fine. Another thing that we waste a lot of is food. We waste a lot of food. Um, Someone has their hand raised. I didn't ask a question. Why is your hand raised? What do you need? Go ahead.
I was going to say that you think that people waste water and also is wasting coffee and tea.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What things that you use to make, that you use water to make? Yeah, yeah. If you use that water to make you a cup of tea and you don't drink all of that tea, you just wasted some water. You're right. Absolutely correct. We waste a lot of food. Also, a lot of food gets thrown in the garbage. Um, when we make our food at home, I see some that bring their lunches here, don't eat all of their lunch. A lot of it gets thrown in the trash. When you make your food, you gotta know you might be hungry and you might think, oh, I'm gonna eat 2 sandwiches. I want 2 sandwiches. So you make you 2 sandwiches. You eat that one sandwich. You have to remember you have your sandwich. You might have a fruit cup. You might have a bag of chips. You might have some cookies. You have also your drink that you're going to drink. Um, so when you eat that sandwich, you eat those chips, you eat those cookies, you eat that fruit cup, the applesauce, and you drink your drink, you're probably going to be full. So, do you really need 2 sandwiches? Probably not. Probably not. You have to you make yourself one sandwich so that you don't waste the other. Because sometimes you say, "Oh, well, I'll just take this other sandwich home," and then you get it home and you don't eat it. You don't eat it. I've been guilty of that once or twice myself. My eyes, as my mother used to say, my eyes were bigger than my stomach. So you have to make sure, even when you go and make your plate at home, put yourself a little bit on your plate and eat your whole plate, drink your drink, and then if you want some more, you eat some more. But don't make yourself a huge plate and you got all this food on your plate. You go to sit down and you eat at your fill, and you're too full and you don't finish the plate. And then you go, how many of you, oh, put it in the microwave, I'll eat some more later. And you never eat some more later. You wrap it up and you put it in the refrigerator and you say, "Oh, I'm going to eat that tomorrow." And tomorrow never comes. You never eat what you've wrapped up and put in the refrigerator. We throw away and waste so many leftovers of food that we say we're going to get back to and eat, and we don't. A lot of times, yeah, a lot of times that food, you have to measure out and you have to portion and meal plan your food. You know how much you're going to eat. So only prepare what you're going to eat that night. I know with spaghettis and chilies and stuff, people like to make big pots because we can eat off of this, uh, uh, for a couple of days or a few days. And you end up, you don't eat that food after that one first day, definitely after that second day. It's done. So meal plan, portion control. Know what you can eat, what your family might eat, if you're helping to cook for the household. Try not to make more than you're going to eat, because that is a big waste. And there's a lot of people that are starving here. So, and prices of food have gotten very, very expensive, super expensive. Um, I know milk is one of them. Milk, you used to could get the milk for what you go on sale and it would be $1 something. Then it went up, it was $2 and some change. Now milk is $3, $4. Some places it's even 5. So be careful in your shopping, um, and get the food that you're going to eat. Look at your expiration dates. I bet you if you go in your cabinets right now, there's food in there that is expired, especially canned goods. Canned goods, they last a long time, but they do eventually expire. Your seasoning packets that you might have in your cabinet. Um, Another big wasted item is fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables, they don't last very long. And it seems like they don't last as long now as they used to. Um, Things are turning and wilting and rotting way before um, they used to. They used to last a little bit longer and be a little more fresher. But I think by the time you get them in the stores now, they're almost at the end. So by the time you get them home, if you don't eat them that day, first day or two, um, you might not eat it at all because it's already turning and rotting. It's no good. Um, your tomatoes and lettuce and spinach, um, things for salad, even the packaged salad kits that you get. Be careful when you purchase those because they might say one date on them. But if you look at it, your lettuce and stuff is already browning in there. So look at things when you purchase them. Purchase stuff that you know you're going to eat in the first few days, because in your fruits and your vegetables, because they go bad a lot faster. Um, Look at things that you can get dual use out of. If they are going a little bit bad, like bananas. I don't eat bananas. I don't necessarily like bananas, but people in my household do like bananas. So we buy bananas, but there's always bananas left over that don't get eaten. And I found a real simple recipe for making banana bread. And you can use the bananas after they started blacking. That's when they're the best, for the banana bread, and you get the most flavor out of them. And they seem to like the banana bread very much. So that's what we do with them. It tastes very good. All right. Um, Also, um, paper towels. Paper towels. We use paper towels here at program. You use paper towels there at home. How many of you use one paper towel to dry your hands? How many of you use one paper towel? Here, at home, wherever you are, that there's paper towels. When you go to the store, um, when you use the public restroom, and you get paper towels. How many of you use just one paper towel? Scott, I see your hand is raised. You use one paper towel? Usually two. How many of you know, who is that? Cynthia? Do you use more than one paper towel? My screen here, I can't see you guys.
She held up one finger.
Oh, okay. She uses one. What?
That would be paper.
Paper, yes. We waste a lot of paper.
Nurse times also gas. Oh, yeah.
Oh, you do.
Yeah.
But we're talking about paper towels right now. But thank you. Those are good items. We'll get to them. All right. All right. So, paper towels. Paper towels are getting wasted at an alarming rate. Do you know that Americans, we use over 13 billion pounds of paper towels? Paper towels alone. And when you look at, we use, a lot of places are using recycled, making paper towels out of recycled paper. They can't use those paper towels again to recycle for something else. So they're just wasted. They're not getting recycled again. So when you use the paper towels and you overuse them, that's just garbage, gone in the waste. And a lot of times you're throwing the paper towels into the trash cans, which go in, which have plastic bag liners in them. And when you throw that stuff away, you're throwing it away in the plastic bag, which gets all caught up in the recycling process, and they can't recycle that if the plastic is all in it. So it's a whole waste, a whole complete and total waste. So we need to start working on, happy Wednesday, start working on cutting down on how we use paper towels. Now, do you think that you can dry your hands with one paper towel? How many of you think you can dry your hands completely with one paper towel? I see one person. Only one person thinks they can dry their hands with one paper towel? Why is this thing like this? I don't know what I did, Jordan, but I cannot see everyone.
I
But
spotlighted you, so you might have to go into view and then do gallery.
because I cannot see anything.
Views in the top right hand corner
Okay.
in the black screen.
There we go. Okay. You guys are back. You're there. Hi, guys. So when we go in the bathroom here, we hear a lot of boom, 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 because the paper towels, it's on the wall. And so that paper towel machine is just going, 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 going. You're pulling, you're pulling, you're pulling, you're pulling, you're pulling. When you push the handle down, you guys are letting the paper towels go down to the floor, and then you're tearing it off. Yes. There is no reason that you should need a sheet or a blanket of paper towels to dry your hands. Okay? So I have a little example here of how you can dry your hands with one paper towel. You believe me? Keywords? Keywords here are going to be shake and fold. Shake and fold. Everybody here say shake and fold. One paper towel. Here we go. My hands. Here's my paper towel. One paper towel. In my hand I have one paper towel. Okay. Let's sit that there. Here's some water I have here. I'm gonna put my hands, I wash my hands. All right. Ooh, look at that. Washing my hands, you see that? In between the fingers, thumbs, back of your hands, wrist area. All right, 20 seconds. Rinse them off. Da, 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 da. So what was my first key word I said? Shake, shake, shake the water off. Shake that water off. All right, shake it off. You don't have to get all wild and shake water everywhere. Just shake the water off right there over the sink. Right? My one paper towel. Fold it. You see how I folded it in half, that one paper towel? So now you got your two that you would want to tear off. Dry your hands off, fingers, wrist area. Look at that. My hand is completely dry. You see that? My hand is completely dry. Completely dry. And look, there's still dry spaces on my paper towel. So you're able to dry your hands completely and totally with one paper towel. One. That was amazing. You see that? One paper towel, and I still have dry area on here. So I ask the question again. Can you dry your hand with one paper towel? Can you dry your hand with one paper towel? She was asleep. Yes, thank you. Yes, you can. You can dry your hands with one paper towel. One paper towel, two hands. All right? So now, when you go in the restroom and you wash your hand, what are the key words you're going to remember? Who can tell me what the key word is? Andrea. Are you able to unmute it?
Yeah.
There you go. What's the
Shake.
key word? Shake. Shake. All right. Thank you, Andrea. Shake is that key word. And what's the other word? What's the other word? What's the second word? Juan, do you know what the second word is?
Fold over your hand.
Fold. You fold your paper towel. Good job, Juan. Fold. Thank you.
Yeah, take a
Thank
lot.
you. So, key words. Shake. Let me see you shake your hands. Shake the water off. Shake it off. Shake it off. Shake it off. Shake it off. Woo! Like, what did Taylor Swift say? So shake it off. Ooh, ooh. Shake. And then what are you going to do with your one paper towel? Fold. 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 Because that gives you two paper towels. See that? Fold it in half. There you go. All right? So when you go in the restroom, wash your hands and you take a paper towel. If you're in the kitchen cooking and you get a paper towel, it only takes one. Only takes one. So let's see how much better we can do at not wasting paper towels, at not wasting food. Because what are we going to do with food? What are we going to do with food? What can we do so that we don't waste food? What can we do so that we don't waste food? Who can tell me? What can we do so that we don't waste food? Who knows? Raise your hand. Denzel.
Repeat the question again.
What can we do so that we don't waste food? What is one of the things?
You
Starts with a
just,
P.
huh?
Starts with a P. You gotta
Oh,
plan, plan,
pla,
plan, plan.
plan.
Plan your meal. Plan
Hang
your
in your
meal.
mirror.
Plan your meal. So you
Shine your
plan your
mirror.
meal so you only eat what you need. Only eat what you need. So if you are hungry, remember, you might not need 2 sandwiches. You will probably just need the 1 sandwich, your chips, and your drink, and you'll be full. So that way you don't waste that second sandwich. Only make what you're going to eat. Only make what you're going to eat. Like we have a lot of microwave foods that we like to pop in the microwave. Burritos, corn dogs, um, pizza, you know. Make the one pizza, eat the one pizza. You don't make one burrito. And if you want another burrito, that one burrito didn't fill you up, make another burrito. Don't make 2 burritos, eat one burrito, and then you're full and you don't want the other burrito. Tamales, we don't have to name the whole list, but there's a myriad of foods. Yeah, warm up just what you want to eat right then and there. Be careful because your eyes, when they see something, they want it, but your stomach doesn't always agree. Okay? So make sure, think before you eat. You know, they say think before you speak. Think before you eat so that you don't overfill yourself by trying to stuff yourself because your mind said, ooh, I want that. I'm going to eat all of that. That looks good. And then you don't eat that. We do a lot of that when we go to restaurants too. Yeah. But all you can eat, yeah. You get all that food on your plate. You're not gonna eat all that. You do. You do. All you can eat is a big culprit of food wasting, food being wasted. Oh, so much food being wasted. Yes, Andrea.
I did that same thing too. I got stuff I can't eat no more.
Can't eat it. You can't eat it. Yeah,
Sometimes I do that too because I put in trash and
Yep.
yeah, I do the
Yep.
same thing.
You're not gonna eat it. And when you get stuff and you get full and you put it in the refrigerator, 9
Yeah,
times
I
out of
did that
10,
too.
don't go back and eat it later.
Nope.
You don't go back and eat it the next day, especially if it's something that you bought out from a restaurant and stuff. You normally don't eat that food the next day.
Nope.
Some people do. Some people do. I'm guilty. I'm guilty of getting food, going out somewhere, getting food, bringing it home, and then the next day I'm not gonna eat that. It's done. It's a wrap. I'm over it. So that food is gonna go in the trash. My
Yeah.
son is very horrible.
Yeah.
And even food we cook at home. If it's not eaten that first day, no one eats it the next day.
Nope.
myself or my husband, we're, you know, we're diehards. We'll probably go for it again another day or two, but a lot of food gets thrown in the trash,
Yep.
especially when you put food in mystery bowls. How many of you have those mystery bowls, that butter bowl that's in the refrigerator that you're like, what is in there? I don't even know what that is. And you're scared to open it because you're like, ooh, that might be something horrible. You know, make sure you, if you save food, use Tupperware that, you know, you can, if you can see it, you might eat it. But when you put stuff in mystery bowls, that's old bowls that you use, something else came in and you just put it in there so you can put it in the refrigerator and you can't see it, out of sight, out of mind. Once you can't see it, it's in the back. So be careful with putting stuff in bowls that you can't see into. It's best to put, if you're gonna save something, Michelle, really? It's best to put food, if you're gonna save something, food, put it in a see-through container that you can see into. Because if you can see it, you might eat it. But I guarantee you, if you put it in something that you can't see and you put it in the back there in that refrigerator, you're not going to touch it until you get ready to clean the refrigerator out, because you're like, man, I have no room to put stuff in here. What is all this stuff? Old food that's going to go in the trash.
Yep.
Okay, so thank you very much, Andrea.
You're welcome.
Now, Scott said about people and their cars and wasting gas. Wasting gas. Do you know we really do waste a lot of gas? You know why? We've gotten comfortable with being able to jump in the car and go everywhere. I used to be guilty of getting in my car to drive from one end of the block to the middle of the block to go check the mailbox. I would get in my car and drive down the street to go check the mailbox. Mailbox is on the same block. It's not around the corner, on the side. I get in my car, go out there, start it up, back out the driveway, go down the street, get out my car, leave it running, check the mailbox, get back in my car, do a U-turn, and come back to the driveway. When I could have walked right down there, checked the mailbox, and walked right back. Wouldn't have took me 2 minutes. Mm-hmm.
I saw somebody, they took off the grass bag off of the mower, and this is a gas mower.
Uh-huh.
They left the gasoline power mower running while they took off the grass bag, empty it, put the bag back, and start to cut
them more.
grass.
Yeah, those things like that, you can turn them off and not waste that gas, because that gas is steadily running while you're sitting there. Same thing with a car. You shouldn't let your car just sit there idle. If you're going to be sitting still for a moment, if you're going to be sitting still longer than a red light or so, you shouldn't leave your car running. Shouldn't leave your car running. Shouldn't leave your gas-powered lawnmower running. Apparently, I don't have one, so I don't not really know. But I imagine it's an engine, so it's the same. It's the same technique. Thank you very much, Scott. Right, right. Kyle, you have a question. Or comment. Let me unmute you. There you go.
And what about like those apartment complexes? Mailboxes are even farther away.
Yeah. We get in the car and drive around the apartment complex to check the mailbox because you don't want to walk through the buildings and go and check the mailbox. We can do a lot of
Yeah.
things with walking. It would be healthier for us. Walking right down the street to the
Mm-hmm.
store. If you're just going to get one
Yeah.
or two things, walk to the store. It's good for you. It's good for you. You don't need to get
Yeah.
in the car to do it. Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Oh
Thank you,
yeah.
Kyle.
So the part. You're welcome. Another thing I forgot to mention is what I heard about the lawnmower. They usually have a trigger.
Uh-huh.
You hold down and it lights itself off.
Ah, okay. I don't know. That would be a
Most of them do,
conversation for
but I
you
don't
and
know.
Scott.
Somebody probably tied it. Somebody could have tied it and walked away.
Right.
I'm guessing somebody tied it. They could leave it on.
Yeah. Some people like to
Huh.
leave it on. And it's not good for the environment because that stuff, the exhaust, it's really strong. So, turn it
What
off
about
if you're not
the
using
electric
it.
mowers too?
Yeah,
Yeah, mine's a battery. It's got a trigger too, and the
good.
same reason it'll kill a battery in a mower.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to overuse. Thank you very much, Kyle.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, you have to be
I'm not,
careful with these cars. And if
yeah,
you're speeding, you're wasting a lot of gas. Believe me,
yeah,
speeding is not going to
yeah,
get you to where you need to go any faster because you still have to deal with the same red lights, the same stop signs, the same traffic. You're not really going to get there where you're going too much faster, and wherever you're going, it's going to be there. It's not going to pick up and move. That building is still going to be there when you get there.
yeah,
All right?
pushing the cord too.
They know, they just don't want to drive the speed limit. Most people who are behind the wheel of the car, they know what the speed limits are. Right. Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Miss Michelle. So, don't want to waste gas. Thank you. All right, you guys. So, are we going to work on not being wasteful, right? We're going to work on not being wasteful with water, with food, with paper products, paper towels. We're going to try and take shorter showers, right? Because we don't need to be in the shower for 30 minutes or so taking a shower, right? You get in, soap up, soap down, rinse, soap up, rinse down. Soap up, rinse down, get out, dry off, right? And be done. So, anybody have any questions? You guys did very, very good. Thank you for participating. Those who participated, thank you for listening. I appreciate you. It was great seeing you guys. We're going to go ahead and unmute and we can say our goodbyes, and I'll see you next week.